I have it in writing that they said that the cutlass bearings, the forward one and the aft one, were both the same, and obviously they're not. They're off by quite a bit.
Oh, hurry up, Matt, there's a shark, hurry up. See him?
Yep.
We're in lightning now.
All right, got a call for ice cooler box, whatever you want to call it, drink box on a brand new boat. It's not cooling. It hasn't cooled since the client took over the boat, and we got a phone call from the manufacturer to go down and take a look and see what we can find out. So we'll go down there. Maybe it'll be something easy. Hopefully it is. Maybe it just needs to be topped off with refrigerant. You'll see more about that coming up. Okay, so I'm on a beautiful new Valhalla, but we're having some problems with this little critter. It's got a leak somewhere and I have not been able to find it yet. So what I'm going to do is take the saltwater hoses off there and there. I'm going to put those together, and then I'm going to turn the unit on, and I'm going to put my leak detector in the coil. There's a condensing coil in there with salt water in it, and I'm going to see if I get any gas coming out of it. This is going to be harder than it looks. So I forgot something, my leak detector. So let's run back up to the truck and get it. Unfortunately, it's quite a walk. Okay, I was walking by this boat. I think it's a broker's boat or something, but I just noticed something on here. You guys see these propellers? They're called Sharrow props. Yep, there it is. There's the name right there, Sharrow. And they're supposed to be quite a bit more efficient and provide more thrust with less fuel burn, but they are very expensive, I know that. And I don't know that you would ever get your money back out of them. But if anybody has any experience with these, let me know. I'm curious. But they are pretty cool looking. I mean, maybe I could, maybe if my YouTube channel is bigger, I could get them to send me one and test it on my boat. How about that idea? Sounds like a good plan to me. Okay, that's got to calibrate for a minute. Okay, it's calling for cool. See that little snowflake right there? You probably can't see it, but yeah, there's a snowflake right there. That means the unit is cooling, or it's attempting to cool. Probably not going to work very well. All right, now what we're going to do is this. See, that tube is nothing there. And because it's a loop, there shouldn't be anything on the other side either. So that refrigerator box is right here, and I can't get to any of it. They've got this bulkhead in here. I'm thinking the only way to get around this is to, I don't know if you got to take this whole thing off or what. That might not be too good. Well, what do you think? Should I take that speaker off there? See if I can get in through there? I think I'm going to do that. All right, well, we'll do one more leak check, just general, and see what I come up with. I don't know what their solution to fix this is going to be. That's where they go into that fiberglass box, and that's where the drink box is. If that coil's bad in there, that's going to be a major evolution. Okay, so I've got this all put back together. Get this off the boat before I forget that. Give the owner a quick update on this. Thanks to the viewer that sent me my electric screwdriver. Appreciate that very much. I've been fighting some tendonitis in my elbows from turning wrenches too much, and that seems to help a lot. That's back, that's back. Get my flashlight. And I took my bump cap off because I was laying down. All right. We're in my buddy's Al's boat. Was talking, had the fire suppression guy on board, and he said that some of the air conditioning wasn't working. So I'm going to check everything out real quick. He said the salon isn't working, but it's definitely blowing ice cold, so I don't know what happened there. But let's go. Should I put my water right here so I don't forget it? Thirsty. Wow, hot. It's blowing cold. All right. So this one was off, but that was just because it was turned up. So let's turn that down a little bit. We should start having cold air here. Yeah, the vents are up here. I can feel it. Yeah. All right, so that should be cooling. Don't remember if this one has its own control. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. I'm guessing it runs off that forward one, but this feels pretty good too. Let's check, make sure it's not in the closet here. Nope. Okay. I don't have my gauges with me, so we'll have to come back to this one. All right, let's give you an update on the Valhalla with the freezer box, drink box cooler, whatever you want to call it. was underneath the seat at the aft facing seat on the helm console. They were having problems with the Mercury engines on it also. I told them I can't fix it here because we would probably need to pull that whole center console off of the boat. Not center console, but the seating console off, because the box is glassed in and is part of that whole seating area. I've been talking with Valhalla and Frigibar, and I suspect that the leak is in the coil that wraps around the box, and then there's fiberglass and insulation over the top of that. Well, there's no access to it. It's not a drop-in box, it's glassed in, and it's more or less permanent. So that's where I suspect the leak is coming from. That boat went back to the yard, to the manufacturer, and they're gonna have to deal with it there, because that's gonna be a major job. Don't necessarily like the way that was designed, because of situations like this, you can't work on it. I have asked them, I don't know if it'll matter, but I did ask them to maybe consider using drop-in boxes in the future. A drop-in box means that it's got a lip on it and you have a hole and you have a line set and you drop the box in, put some sealant down and some screws, and then you hook the line set up. And that makes life a lot easier than these built-in boxes. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, well, we were traveling on our way back and got a call from these guys. It's an Italian-made boat, so it's all metric, by the way. They had a soft grounding, I don't know, a while ago, and now he's got a vibration problem. We noticed that the cutlass bearing seems to be pretty sloppy, so pull apart flanges and checked, and as soon as we pulled it apart, they went like this. I think the alignment problem is worn out cutlass bearing, so we're going to start with a cutlass bearing and see what that gets us. And I think it's just, we're going to just start on the starboard side. See, what I'm looking at is right here. There's a pretty big gap on the top of the cutlass bearing compared to the bottom, and it's supposed to be centered up in there. So I'm guessing the rubber is worn out a little bit. Let's go check this other one. Yeah, this one's worn out too. Got my thing set to millimeter. Let's go ahead and put it on the shaft. Yep, 65 right on the money. Measure the OD, 85. Perfect, okay. And then the length I already know is 260 millimeters. So that's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the shop. I gotta do a little bit of research on this. Might need to make a phone call. Need to figure out what kind of support they have on the forward end of the shafts. Hopefully we don't even have to take that apart too. Early day down here in Key West, super quiet, just the way I like it. We've got a couple things going on today. We've got the cutlass bearings for that European to Italian boat. The 3 of the 4 cutlass bearings came in, so we're going to get started on one side. Client doesn't want us taking anything apart until we have all the parts received to replace, so we're still waiting on 1 cutlass bearing for the port side. So we'll start on the starboard side. The guys will be working on that today. So working on the running gear, we got to get the prop off. Got the set screws are out for the cutlass bearing already. We're working on, we have to get the coupling off inside of here. Your cover's down here. So going to have to block the prop, right? And then you're going to take this socket, put it on that nut right there, and get that socket off, get that nut off of there. See if we can knock this off. If we can't knock it off, then we'll have to get the press over here. Hopefully there's room. Should be. Put the threaded rod through the plate, bump it up, and pop it off. There's a cutlass bearing in here we have to get to, so we'll probably just slide the shaft back. Maybe we'll take it all the way out. But after we get this off, then you got to take and get the sledgehammer from Mel, which is in the back of his truck, and hit that prop knocker. It doesn't matter however you want to do it. I find that it makes it easier to turn the shaft when the prop's still on it. You know, that's how I like to do it.
Need like a 1/16 of an inch or so.
65 millimeter there.
That made our job easy, didn't it?
Shoot, yeah. Tell Matt I already got the cutlass out.
That's a beauty.
Now, if the front one only comes out that easy, they drilled into the shaft. There and there. I'm not sure if this was manufacturer or someone changed it. I'll tell you.
Try to tap them too.
Yeah, it looks like they've drilled 2 or 3 different holes in the wrong. Oh my goodness.
If you look in this tube, you can see the light where they had screwed right into the shaft.
All right, let's do an update. Got the cutlass bearing out of here. We got the cutlass bearing out of there. That's actually inside the boat. That's the transmission flange up in there. Clean that growth out of there and then put the new cutlass bearing in. Doesn't look too bad. Here's the shaft. Keyway looks good. The guys are gonna pop the cutlass bearings in. Do me a favor. Get some kind of scraper or screwdriver and scrape the growth out of the front of this and the growth that's in there too, please. See this oyster right here? Get that off and then scrape out that too, okay? Let's get that done. And then we'll, you and Mel are gonna put the cutlass bearings back in, and then we'll get that shaft slid in and start reassembly. Really?
What?
Your raincoat?
As soon as I put it away, it's gonna pour rain. It's supposed to start raining real hard.
Oh, is it?
That's what the weather guy said.
All right, so the cutlass bearing's been in the freezer overnight. So Mel's gonna put it up in there. Those holes, no.
Even frozen, it should be tighter than that.
So here's what I wanna do, Mel. That's why those screws were drilled all the way through to lock that in. Let's go ahead and pull those 2 set screws out. I mean, you can leave it in there and drill them as long as you don't hit the threads, but drill all the way through and lock it in like the other one was.
But the bolts are too long. They go all the way through the, yeah, they did.
They go all the way through the rubber. Then let's grind off.
Go all the way through the rudder.
So if they're too long, we need to shorten them.
A lot.
Look at the slop. That's not the way that's supposed to be.
And the problem we're going to have too is if we push this in, it's going to push this to one side, so it's not going to be centered anymore by some. Well, I mean, this is a lot.
It's almost a 1/16 of an inch.
If we push this in this way, it's going to push it over.
Oh well.
Either way, it's going to do what it's going to do.
So let's do this. Let's drill all the way through
Okay.
and then catch it with these threads.
Okay.
All right. Because that should not go all the way through the rubber, right? All right. So let's do that, and then let's get the upper one put in, and then I'll get Peter over here, and we'll get this shaft slid in and start putting it back together. It's always something with a boat. I tell people all the time, I mean, I don't mean to bash on people or Italian or European boats, but that boat we're working on, it was built in Spain. I have it in writing that they said that the cutlass bearings, the forward one and the aft one, were both the same, and obviously they're not. They're off by quite a bit. So we don't know if somehow that boat was modified somehow or somebody ground something out to make it bigger, but we're going to do what we have to do because those bearings would all be special order and they'd probably have to come from Europe. And well, the guy's got to go in the water, or he wants to go in the water. So we're going to put it together. Remember my rule: if you're in America, buy an American-made boat. If you're in Europe or somewhere else, buy a boat made there. Back downtown, I should have filmed it, but we had another freight shipment that showed up and it was damaged. Somebody ran a forklift into it and damaged it. Unfortunately, we denied the, well, and the other thing is the driver wouldn't let us open it up to look at it. Okay, it's going back. Going down to look at some refrigeration. Peter's down here already. Let's go see what he's got himself into. I know he's got a vacuum pump that needs to be rebuilt. Hey, Peter, watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
Yeah.
They're all blowing cold? Oh, good. All right. This whole deck picks up.
Yeah, I saw the rams underneath.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where the switch is. I'm seeming to think that it might be underneath one of these gunnels. Maybe under here. Okay, putting the mezzanine up. That's the critter we're looking for back there.
But they wanted to split?
No, that one. That one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a freezer in the deck here, I think. All right, well, one of these is a freezer. So let's, let me hop down there. I need to look at something.
I wonder how much water this.
Yeah, there's always water in there. So got my gauges hooked up, took the cover off, looking for the sight gauge, and it looks a little empty. We're gonna put some 134 in this and get her running again. Peter's gonna go get that. Okay, so I got my gauges hooked up. We're gonna be watching that little sight gauge down there. I am a little concerned about my high side pressure. That seems a little high to me, but I'm not seeing any refrigerant in there. I'm adding liquid refrigerant on the low side just because it's a lot faster. You guys can see that, but there's little ripples down in the bottom there. That means I'm starting to get some refrigerant through there. You got to be careful. You got to add a little bit, and then you got to wait because you can over service these in a heartbeat. I like to get this about 3/4 of the way full because if you fill it all the way, it's really hard to see if it's full or empty. Okay, we're not going to add any more. We're going to leave it alone. It's up to the top of that pin in the middle, so we'll just let it run and we'll keep an eye on things. All right, all clear, coming down. Okay, and that's that. Now we're just going to monitor the temperatures and hopefully everything's working. It might take overnight to cool down, but all right, let me crawl out of this hole. Let's close this up and we'll call it a day. Whew, that was really quite the day. I am kind of spent. We did 3, 4, 5 refrigerated boxes, 1, 2, 3 air conditioners. I looked at a clear ice machine, but I don't know if it's going to be worth fixing, so I'm going to go talk to my friend Buddy, and we'll look it up and see what his thoughts are. I might, if it's worth it, I'll pull it out of the boat and take it to him and let him work on it. But a lot of times they don't even put service valves on these items, so you can't even add refrigerant to them unless you put piercing valves on, and you always get the chance for leakage from those valves. I'm not saying they don't work, but they just, sometimes they leak. Anyways, I'm spent. One more stop and then I'm heading to the house. Probably go for a dip in the pool. And then I've got probably a couple hours worth of paperwork to do. I'm gonna get this loaded up and in the car, and then I'll go see, we'll put our heads together on that clear ice maker. I'll be back down here again tomorrow. We got more stuff to do. So trying to get caught up and stay caught up, but these calls downtown kind of take a back burner when you haul a big boat out and you're working on the yard on that. Plus we got a guy on vacation.
I think I need to pinch you.
Yeah, we're going fishing?
We're going fishing. Again.
Yep, again. We'll just go under Cow Key Bridge and poke our way out front. And if it's nice, we'll run out to our deep drop spot, deep drop for a little bit, see what we get, and then whatever else we want to do. I did not check the weather yet.
We're supposed to check the weather because look how dark it is over there, and it looks like it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining.
Looks like we got a lot of clouds around us today too.
It's supposed to stop raining any time, but we'll see.
Coming down.
Yep.
This was somebody's idea of a fishing trip. We're in lightning now. It's heard the thunder.
I actually feel safer going this way than I do going back because that's where the storms are going. I'm weatherman. Well, the sun's right there at least.
In front of us looked like the best thing to do. I think you're trying to get my life insurance.
Yeah, but I'm with you, baby.
Well, if we're gonna die, we might as well die together. Fishing. You ever have one of those oh moments?
Yeah, that lightning, I didn't like that. I mean, you can look back there, but Key West is already clear, or it's coming clear.
We made the right decision to keep going.
Yeah, turning around would have definitely been worse.
Yeah.
We would have been going
Into it.
the boat's all nice and clean.
Yep. So are we.
Yeah, I'm soaked, but I'm right off.
I'm so.
It feels pretty good right now.
We might be a little bedraggled, but
I'm almost dry.
quite the adventure. You see, it's still pretty dark back there, but not nearly as bad as it was.
We're going to try for some blue line tiles. And then if we catch a couple, or if we don't, put out a spread and troll back towards Key West when we're ready to go home. I don't care so much about the thunder. It's the lightning I care about.
Well, we're in about 500 feet of water. So crazy to think we were running for our lives like 20 minutes ago, and now it's like calm and the sun's trying to come out, but it's behind the clouds. Fish on?
Fish on.
Already? You just got to the bottom. Hopefully it's not a grouper, right? We can't keep them today?
No, can't keep a grouper today.
Sounds snowy grouper season ended.
Not huge, but big enough for dinner.
You just need a couple of them, right?
Yep.
Wow, and you came up with all your bait.
Yep.
Even better.
Makes it all worthwhile. Well, so that first tile fish we caught, I actually caught north and I made a mark where it is. So we're drifting from southwest to northeast. This might be a going home fish.
We're gonna be done for the day?
Yeah,
I don't know. I hope it's not a grouper.
me too. Did he come off?
No, I don't think so. It's moving. It's bouncing.
Still fighting?
It was.
Oh yeah, something's on there. Grande. Oh, I can see him. Big shark, big shark. Oh no, this is a huge one.
Huge blue line.
Yep, that's a beauty. There was a shark following it,
Yep, I'm sure.
but he didn't get it.
Yep.
Look at that.
Nice.
This might be bigger than my other one.
I guess we'll have to weigh this guy later when we get home.
Yeah, well, he won't weigh the same because he's bled out now. But yeah,
okay.
we'll check him. I really could have swore I grabbed those things.
Anyways, you think this is another personal best for blue line?
Yeah, maybe.
Did you see what kind of shark was following it when you were bringing it in?
Big and gray.
Oh, hurry up, Matt. There's a shark. Hurry up. See him?
Yep.
Whoa, look at that guy. Big nurse?
No, it's not a nurse. It's some kind of shark, but there he is.
Yeah.
Bastard almost got my fish.
Again. Man, I'm glad that shark didn't get that guy too.
Yeah, he was on him, huh?
Man, yeah. Maybe it got hooked from running from the shark
Yep.
for the second time. Well, good. That means he wasn't getting away, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, another blue line.
Yes, there is one right there. He's right there. Look at that guy.
Yep.
Man.
I'm gonna call it quits because we got our 4 fish. Sharks, haha, you didn't get them. You're trying, I'm glad I sped that up. Okay, another nice blue line. All right, bring them in.
We're going to call it a day.
Yeah.
Get some air. I guess we're not the only ones trying to get in. We're trying to get home. At least it's not as rough in here. Yay, we made it before it rained.
Yep.
Whoa.
We're back. We're gonna go put the boat on the trailer and flush the engine real quick, and then we have a parking spot for it. And then we're gonna load the rods up, and head home, and we got fish to clean.
The rain might do it for us.
The rain might do a lot of it for us. Probably wash the boat, hopefully.
It's official, we made it.
Okay, so we caught another really nice blue line tile fish. Unfortunately, I forgot my scale.
When we
So-
were out there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I bled them out like I always do. So I think this one might have been bigger than the last one, but since I bled it out and it's been sitting, it's about 8.5 pounds compared to 13.5. So I'm pretty sure that this is smaller than the other one I caught, but I thought it was bigger. Yeah, I forgot my scale and my boat grip. I definitely could have used this today. This thing comes in handy. Just put it on there. That thing ain't coming off.